my beautiful earth angels. Sorry if the lighting is a bit dark, but welcome back to another reading. This one is especially exciting because this is not just an ordinary reading, you guys. This is a collaboration with a beautiful soul, and her channel is Cecilia Woods, and her Instagram I'm going to link as well, 7th Node. She is just such an earth angel, and this is in collaboration because she's filming a video all about what tarot is, what oracle cards are, and just explaining that clearly, because even though we see oracle tarot readings posted about quite a lot nowadays, there really is like not many places where you can get just a nice simple explanation, you know, and description explaining what tarot really is, especially because there's many misconceptions nowadays too. So I find her video extremely helpful, and if you're coming from there, then welcome. Hello, my name is Lauren, and if you're coming on this video, then make sure you go and give hers a little watch before or after. This reading specifically going to be getting to know you a bit more, getting to know your energy, and then we're pulling tarot for your current situation right now. This is a general reading, so always take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because there's obviously a lot more energies that are intertwined in general readings. But yeah, so make sure you give her channel a check out and show some love, and I'm really excited about this collaboration. So the 3 piles that we have today are of these agate crystals. I'm not sure if you can see properly, but this is a purple agate crystal. Geode, sorry. I always call them agates. This is clear. Love this one. And then this one's more of a blue color. So take as much time as you need to tune into the energy of the piles. Whichever crystal you feel drawn to the most, imagine that outlaid in front of you. Which one would you kind of go to pick up? And if you get on a reading, it's going to be really easy to see if you're in the right place, because we're pulling cards first that lay out your vibe and your energy. So if you don't resonate with that, then feel free to come back here and choose another pile. But our intuition is always right, you know, and I feel like it's a gut instinct. So you always pick the right pile for you, and there'll always be a message in there for you. So with that being said, feel free to take as much time as you need to tune in and pick a pile for you. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So yeah, I'll speak to you all, guys. I'll see you all when we get into your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the purple geode crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So we're going to pull some cards first to get to know you as a person, and then we're going to pull some cards kind of seeing what's going on in your energy right now. From the purple geode you picked, this obviously purple is the color of our third eye. It's the color of intuition, but also dreams as well. I feel like you guys might have a strong connection to the dream realm, or that you can remember some of the dreams you get, and you know, you get messages through your dreams. Sometimes we don't always know what the symbolism is or what they mean, but maybe this is about going into meditation about some dreams that you've had recently as well. But just that you're really dreamy souls, you're connected in with your inner gut instinct, your intuition. So I'm going to pull you some of these cards now. These are just ones that I've wrote things on, so don't mind spelling. But we're going to get to know you a bit better. So pile number 1. What is pile number 1's energy? What is pile number 1's energy, please? I feel like you guys, you catch a lot of people's eyes. I feel like there's something about you that's really intriguing and mysterious. Like maybe you're a bit harder to read than other people. I'm not sure if this is because you're a bit more reserved, or it doesn't mean that you have to be shy, but maybe you just don't give away as much. when people first meet you, and you just come across as a bit of a mystery in some way. And this is really intriguing as well. Wow, so you have very intense, and this isn't like you have a very intense energy in like a harsh way, but you have an intense energy in the way that people are really impacted by your aura. You could have a very healing aura, and you could also maybe tend to draw more inward your energy. Maybe you find that you have to protect your energy more when you're out or something, because you have a very high vibrational kind of nature to you, and you might kind of pick up on the energies of others around you, especially like kind of thoughts and feelings of people when they stare at you. That's what it is. It's like when people look at you, you can feel their energy. Maybe it makes you a bit uncomfortable sometimes. So we've got piercing eyes. So you guys could also have a very really deep gaze. What I get is like this is part of your mysterious element as well. There's something about your eyes, your gaze to people. It's like they can't fully read you, but it's like in a kind of cool way. You have maybe a closer inner circle. I feel like maybe you guys do tend to be more people with a smaller circle, or just that you have an inner circle of people that you trust more than maybe others, and you have a lot of good times with them. They make you laugh, you make them laugh. There's a lot of light-hearted energy and love for those that are around you, that are close to you and who really see you for who you are. Definitely soul tribe energy. Yes, this is so you guys. You make a lasting mark on whoever you come across, which is funny because I was gonna say that when I pulled that card out and I got distracted. And it's kind of like these go together. They both are green with hearts. But yeah, you have a very lasting impact to people that you meet. It's like they will think about you again, even if it's just a brief passing, or I don't know, just someone you saw in the street. It's like you kind of, people remember you, they'll think about you again, and it's just something about you that's different. Maybe you're just quite a unique person in some way, but there's just something about you that people remember for a good reason. But I want to say it's not good, it's not bad, it's just like they want to know more about you, they want to know more about something. Wow. So you could be some people's muse, or that music could be really, really, really healing for you as well. You could even get intuitive messages through music, from your higher self, your spirit team, anything like that. But you're also a muse in the way that you're really beautiful. People, you have a really unique type of beautifulness that catches the eyes of many, and it's just so different from maybe the norm, or there's just something different about you to like than compared to like mainstream, say, I don't know, acquaintance. So I think that you tend to get a lot of people maybe have their eye on you, even if it's just like walking down a street, or if it's through social media or anything. There's people, or at work, but there's people that don't know you on a personal level, but still like you're on their mind. I feel like you really do make a lasting mark. Like people remember you for some reason. This also fell out colourful. You could also be creative with muse and colourful. You could be artists or musicians, or anything that's like bringing into creation, writing, anything like that. But with colourful as well, maybe you have some of you have a very colourful appearance, a colourful style to you. Maybe you have colourful hair, or just something about you, and people find you to be really stable and dependable. Like you're really there for people and the close ones around you. You're very grounded, and you have a very like laid back side of you where people feel like they can kind of go to you and not be judged or anything like that. Like you're just there as a nice person, That's literally came out after I just said that. So yeah, people don't, and music came out as well. Definitely something about music for you guys. I feel like this is two things. Sometimes people might take you across in the wrong way because you have a way of reflecting people's triggers. It's like nothing that you do, it's literally nothing that you do that's wrong. It's these other people. Basically, you are just such an authentic, beautiful, unique, and just like true and aligned with your own inner soul, and your intuition and your higher self. And I feel like sometimes people, this triggers people, you know, people who maybe feel a bit lost in themselves, or a bit like the ones who kind of like to compare and see lack in themselves and fill up the cups of others. It's those type of people, so we don't really care for them anyway. You know, they're not the type of people that you would really want around you anyway, so who really cares what they think? But yeah, because whoever actually knows you, and people that do get to know you, and even these people that think that they couldn't help themselves, and actually they do think this as well, because they can't help themselves but to like you, to admire you, and think, I wish I could be like that in some way, you know. Maybe it's like your confidence, or maybe you don't even try, like you don't even realize, maybe you don't feel really confident, but you just have something about you that comes across as very striking and powerful to everyone that kind of sees you. I'm loving your energies so much. But yeah, I hope that come across in the right way, because it's like not a bad thing. It's just like, you know, when people kind of see, like, I feel like people see you as a threat sometimes. Interesting. Yeah, maybe there's something, oh yeah, definitely something quite unique to you, guys. I do feel like you're very creative as well. Some of the people in this pile, well, we're all creative, but you know, maybe you thrive and enjoy doing more creative things, listening to music and them type of things. Letting loose, letting your hair down, being inspired. You have a very like poetic side of your soul. Like it's, you could be poets, but it's more of like your energy is coming across as poetic, like the way that you actually are, like it's your dreamy nature. But yeah, you have very clear intentions, and you're really pure-hearted, and people love this about you. They just think you're just such a down-to-earth old soul, and just wise, and you know, you always listen to your heart. You have strong self-love, and that's not always like confidence and things. It's more like, you know, maybe what you deserve, because you know, maybe you've been through some challenges and you've just learned to own it. We're gonna get into your tarot now, speaking about what's kind of going on in your energy, what's around your energy right now. For a lot of you in pile 1, there's a lot to do with, first of all, work, but also there's a lot to do with time as well. But how I'm seeing this is, some of you could certainly be feeling a bit bored, a bit repetitive, a bit mundane, or a bit stagnant in some area of your life. For some of you, this could be your work, and you're thinking about, what can I do to move away from this? What can I leave behind to refresh this energy? What can I clear out that's going to make me enjoy what I do more? Or what can I clear out that's going to make me feel happier day to day? There's a lot of releasing things that no longer serve you anymore. But there's also a lot about time frames here, or time. And I think divine timing is also linked into your pile. But so far what we can see is you leaving behind whatever that is, whether that's mindsets, beliefs, old thought patterns, people, places, situations, because they do not fulfill you anymore. They don't make you feel happy like they used to, and maybe this is just the time for a change in some kind of area. I feel like a lot of you could be maybe thinking a lot about the future, because we have your oracle cards here which say, embrace the moment, embrace this day, this very moment, think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So you are changing your energy right now. So again, with this Eight of Cups, there might be people, places that used to fulfill you, used to resonate with you, that just no longer align with you anymore. And this is because you're going through an energy shift. You're changing your perspectives, changing the way that you see things, and ultimately just making a lot of growth. So there's new doors opening up for you that will come with divine time. There's cycles that you're ending, and balancing is coming into place for those things that you feel like have lost their spark. But yeah, you're being encouraged to align back with the present moment, what's going on right now, which I know can be hard when we're a bit unfulfilled in the day-to-day, or you know, wherever this Four of Cups energy is coming in for you guys. I know we can want to escape and think about other things that light us up, but you are aligning, and there's actually a really cool symbolism between these two cards with the circle and the sun. Can you see this sun on the right and then the sun on the right? So it's like you're coming full circle. You're coming back round to something, maybe. Some of you could be coming back round to something that you left in the past. But yeah, focus on being in the moment, connecting to your source intention. I feel like that's what you've been doing, is connecting to your source intention. And that's why maybe you're thinking and taking a review on some things around you. Do I really need this? Does this really align with me? And connecting to your source intention of where you wish to grow, to be, to feel successful and feel like accomplished as well. Oh, and the back of this card says, what if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? Isn't that nice? And then your last oracle card is just ask. So this one's from your spirit guides, your angels. Sorry, there's a loud truck going past. So this is really giving me the energy of, especially under this Four of Cups, of like, sometimes we need to feel uncomfortable to then want to move. Like if we never felt stagnant in any area, if we never felt unhappy or just like unfulfilled, then we'd never want to seek more. We'd never want to move on to something new. And so I feel like this is what it is for you guys, is that Spirit's made some parts just maybe feel a bit more confusing. Like, why do you feel this way about it? And what should you do? Should I have a review, leave some things behind? What's no longer serving me? And they're saying to just ask. They're right here with the keys, the downloads, the clarity, the resources, everything that you need. But remember that you're asking for this too, because our angels will help us, will guide us, but it especially helps if we specifically ask them, and we specifically ask them for help or guidance in a specific area or situation. But they are here to give you guidance, and there is divine timing. So whatever this is Spirit trying to help you align more with your higher self, a higher frequency where you can better enjoy what you're doing, your day-to-day, your work, your projects, your passions, and you can better be in the moment because you're doing what you love. So there is leaving behind, but it's leaving behind things that are just no longer aligned with your energy anymore, because you have gone through some energy shifts. So your spirit guides are watching over this, and they're making this transition easier for you guys and aligning you with the right people, the right places. So I'm just going to pull some clarifying cards for these cards, and then we should hopefully have quite a clear picture. So for pile number 1, yeah, so the things that you're leaving behind, you have justice. So this is really an aligning. This is the things that you're leaving are gonna or the things that are leaving your life, you may not be choosing, but just some things that are shifting around, they are creating more balance for you. They are putting a justice to this energy of stagnancy and feeling as if you don't really know which way to go next. It's all becoming clear. The High Priestess. Wow. So Sorry about that. My throat's gone really dodgy. I feel like that is a sign for you guys. Something about your throat chakra, because the High Priestess as well can be like the hidden. It can be your intuition, it can be secrets. And I feel like there is something divinely timed here that is bringing you clarity to light. Like maybe if you do want to leave some things behind because you feel like this will put a more balance to things, but you're not really sure what's the right time to do it. Is it the right time? Is this the right thing to do? Because the High Priestess is giving me energy of like meditating on this decision. And I feel like you're gonna get clarity come up that does clear this up, where the justice is coming in. And you're gonna think like, yes, I know exactly what I need to do now. Because if there is decisions and you're not sure about it, then sometimes it's best to not make a decision, to just leave it, sit on it, think on it. This could also be that for your job you do something kind of like more using your intuition. So maybe you help people, you give guidance, or maybe you read tarot or anything. Yeah. I feel like there's actually big sudden changes that are coming for you. This old structure is not serving you anymore. So this could be in many different areas, but this to me feels like everything. It feels like all of your normals that you've built feel stagnant now. You don't want to be in this place anymore. You just want some change. You want movement, you want growth. But in order to do that, things need to break down. Things need to fall into rubble so that we can rebuild from our foundation. I actually saw this quote the other day that said about something like she hit rock bottom, but the rock bottom was the firm, solid foundation that she used to rebuild her life, and she used every stone thrown at her to build her empire. Because you know you're working towards a life that you love and that you want to live and that feels fulfilling to you. So there is big structures breaking down, and this could cover many different areas of your life, but you're going to come out on top. I don't want you to be scared about anything, because your angels are here. Just ask if you need anything, they will be there for you. But there's the old things that are crumbling away, and I feel like this isn't something that is necessarily going to be missed. I think this is going to be a very well welcomed change, even if things seem chaotic at the time. There's kind of new things coming up to surface, and this is divinely timed, and it will shake things up. It will put a renewal of energy onto your situation. It will make some things in your reality leave, and some of these things will be inwardly. But after this phase, after this period, you're going to be feeling very balanced again. You're going to be feeling very in tune with your intuition, and you're going to be feeling very in the present moment and grateful that you can really feel happy, fulfilled in your just every day-to-day life, because I feel like this is talking about routines as well. So that's what's going on in your energy right now, guys. I hope that this helped. Your guides are surrounding you, bringing you clarity, bringing you answers. Just remember to embrace the moment. And I will speak to you all very soon. Hello, pile number 2s. If you chose this crystal, this clear crystal geode, then this is going to be your reading. I absolutely love the energy I get from this crystal. To me, it's very like angelic, very crown chakra, and just very like luxurious, like expensive. How do I explain this? You guys are luxurious beings, even if it's nothing to do with money. Like the clothes you buy could be not overpriced, or they could just be just normal clothes, but the way that you put things together aesthetically wise, it makes things look expensive. It makes you look expensive. And there's a thing about colors, and like maybe you're not like a really bold person to go out in like, I don't know, red, pink and green, but like there's something about blending and merging colors. So like very neutral tones maybe you're into, like more browns, creams, you know, more like earthy colors. I also get the energy for some reason. This is gonna be so funny, but for a specific few of you, I'm getting this energy of like cake, like sweet things. Maybe you have a very sweet tooth, or like in your energy right now, maybe there's a celebration involving some sweet things. And like, was it like sweets in general, or like cake and icing? I keep getting really kind of imagery that almost to me is like a wedding cake, and that's not to say that you could be going to a wedding or getting married. It's just like this whole aesthetic of yours, it reminds me of a wedding cake that's like cream with like very traditional kind of colors. I don't know, but we're gonna pull some cards for you out of this oracle deck first that I've just wrote kind of words on and stuff, so don't mind the spelling. This is just going to get to know you and your energy a bit better. So can you tell me about pile two's energy, please, Spirit? I actually knew what this card was before I turned it over, and I'm not surprised at all that it came out for you. And it's also this yellowy cream colour again. Maybe you guys really like this colour or something, or you like to wear it. But it's this, yeah, it's like this really natural, creamy light, or maybe like your energy is very soft and gentle and just creamy. But you guys are elegant souls. You're very, how I said, you're very gentle. You don't have to be like a very quiet person, but you come across as very put together and like maybe a bit mature. No matter what age you are, like you come across as more mature than your age. I feel like you have a really good eye for aesthetic and like making things look really put together, like magazine type of wise, or I don't know how to explain this energy, but ooh, just ignore the crazy kids outside. So can you tell me more about pile two's energy, please, Spirit? Can you tell me more about pile two's energy, please, Spirit? Whoa, guys. So you have karmatic, which I'll talk about in a minute, and you have dark. So these are two things. These is that I feel like you guys are the people that look completely different to how your actual personality is. I feel like you guys have a very dark humor, or a dark sense of humor. I feel like there's a lot more to you than meets the eye, and that's not saying that what meets the eye isn't beautiful or anything. It really is, but it's just a very different energy to what's on the inside. You're very deep souls. I feel as if you've been through a lot of karmatic lessons or shadow work throughout your incarnation already, and this has made you really wise. And maybe this is why you're so elegant, because you don't have this side of immaturity to you that's kind of like you know your worth. You kind of know what the fine line is between overstepping things. How do I explain this energy? You guys know your worth. You guys are very the only way I can explain it is mentally mature when you think about situations, especially how you react to situations. I feel like you've been through a lot of darker times that maybe have just added to your wisdom, added to you learning about yourself and how you react and respond to different types of people. Also, you might like this, but this little egg thing is really giving me your vibes of energy. There's like a little golden angel on this button. This is a real quail's egg, by the way. But this is like the vibe I get from your energy for some reason as well. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, so can you tell me more about Power 2's energy, please, Spirit? Authority. There's something very mature about you guys. Especially with this authority coming out under elegance. You give me like boss energy, or like you don't have to be a boss or even work in a specific type of job or anything, but you come across and the way people see you is very put together. You look like someone who's in like a higher position, or like you know what you're doing, especially with the way that you present yourself and how you do things. It just makes people think like you're very gifted at something, maybe to do with presenting things or art or creativity, fashion, anything like that. Maybe you're a wedding cake designer, I don't know. But you have this air of authority to you, and again that comes back to your self-worth. I don't think you're not the type to be aggressive, but like you definitely calmly tell someone if they were not in their place. Mystical. You guys could be into, well, you are watching a tarot reading, but you could be, this is many things. You could either read tarot yourself, or that people see you as a mystical person, i.e. you look quite ethereal, you look quite magical. Some of you have quite light coloured hair, or there's just something about these light, creamy or brown toned colours for you, but mystical as well. So people, there's so much depth to you that not everyone can really read you properly, like get a good gauge on maybe if you like them or not, because I just think that you're kind of past that in some ways. Like some people kind of, you know, do things, say certain things to see, get reassurance if people like them, but you're so past any of this that it's like, I don't know, you have very old soul type of energy. You inspire a lot of people. There's something that you do that inspires people, and actually you inspire people through what you've been through and how you hold yourself and the type of person that you just are in general now, because you've been through things. And some people might have seen or known that you've been through some darker things, and I think this inspires them because you've just, you know, like you've made lemonade out of these lemons that universe has given to you. Whatever experiences you've gone through, like you've managed to come out the other side. You bring a lot of comfort to people, and people also get a lot of comfort out of you. You're just a very loving soul. You're very patient with people. Oh, this came out in part 1 too. So outcast. I feel like you guys, and style as well, there is definitely something about your aesthetic, how you dress, something's very like, how could I explain this? It's kind of like vintagey, like it kind of gives me antique. It gives me the same vibes as this. Like, you know when something looks old and vintage and expensive, but like it's not? It gives me that kind of vibe. I don't know. Some of you that'll resonate, some of you maybe not. But you guys, you don't walk with the crowd. You're unique, you're special. I feel like you found your authenticity. Yeah, you found your authenticity, you found your uniqueness, and you're very comfortable at just being who you are. Even if you don't feel fully confident all the time, this shines out of you. The fact that just the way that you are in general, the way you choose to dress, the way that you choose, or not even choose, but the way that what you've been through has made you act in certain ways when you come across to people. There's something very different about you that people feel, compared to just people they meet on the day-to-day. It's kind of like you're on a different path for some reason. So you have a quiet confidence. I feel like this is that you keep your personal business quite to yourself, especially any projects you might be working on. I feel like some of you do this thing where you manifest in quiet, so you don't tell people what you're doing or what you're working on, or maybe you just give a little bit away, and then when it's fully formed, you present it out to the world, and just, yeah. So you have a quiet confidence about you, which is like, you're not really, which I didn't get that vibe from you anyway, you're not the type to just go around mouthing off like, I have this, I can do this, I'm this, you know, but more that if you get into the conversation with it, obviously you do talk about things, but like, you know, you don't need to go around prancing around and stating all these things about your life anyway, because you already have confidence in yourself, you're already assured by yourself. This makes you a very attractive, grounded person. Social butterfly. So you could have a community, or just that you're very, I feel like you're very receptive to energy when you're out and about as well. This message also come out in Power 1, but yeah, you guys are definitely light worker, starseed. You're very empathic. You pick up the thoughts and feelings of others, and you're very receptive to this energy. This makes so much sense. I already said you're quite eccentric, or, you know, there's something about you that's maybe like it's from a different era. And you leave a lasting mark on people. People remember you. They remember your kindness. They remember the words that you say, what you say to them. But yeah, I feel like you pick up energy a lot from people around you, especially when you're out and about. Some of you are people who kind of melt well with any type of person because you're just very secure in yourself. So maybe like you kind of have a lot of acquaintances, or just that you tend to gel with many different kinds of people. So that was the getting to know you. We're going to get into your cards now of what is going on in your energy. This is your part of the reading where we're going to go into more detail about what's going on in your energy right now. So for starters, I feel like your power is very intense, especially with this 8 of Wands. There's a lot going on. It feels like there's been some kind of activation, like in your DNA, or some kind of intense kind of feeling, emotions, or epiphany, or something that's come in, and it feels like everything's turned into a blur and things suddenly don't feel aligned with you, or things suddenly are becoming clearer for something that you've been really patient about and that you've been long-term building up, maybe in your hobbies, career, your job. It feels almost as if there's a change in direction of some kind, and it's guided through your intuition. There's actually a lot of shadow work being done by you guys right now, especially in your dreams. You're supposed to pay attention to your dreams, Spirit is saying, with this card. So it says your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which our soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So you could be seeing many synchronicities right now. I feel like yours, Pile, feels kind of like a culmination type of energy. But with this shadow work, I feel like you are releasing the past, and you've been especially working on speaking to yourself kindly, and choosing to kind of combat and transmute lower emotions with higher perspectives. Because right here you have happiness. Your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness, you choose. There's actually a lot about mental mindset here, because you also have self-sabotage. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. So I feel like as if there's something that you are flourishing in more than you maybe gave yourself credit for. But there's a lot of inner work going on here, especially with self-talk, being your own kind of hype, and motivating and encouraging yourself, and choosing to walk away from thoughts that disempower you, that aren't loving towards you. I feel like your spirit team's been in very strong communication right now, as we said, through dreams, through symbols. Maybe you've been meditating on something, but there's something that doesn't feel okay to be in your energy anymore, and you're ready to start trying to heal this, work through this, and release this. You guys could, some of you also been struggling with sleep at the minute, feeling tired, or like when you try and sleep, it's hard to sleep. I feel like there's a lot of messages that try and get through to you at nighttime. And I often find at nighttime, you know, our intuition is a lot more clearer. It's a lot calmer to reflect at nighttime. So maybe that's why they're coming through for you stronger then. But yeah, so overall, we have this energy of you really working through your shadow. You really being ready to try and be more gentle to yourself, to acknowledge those thoughts that aren't healthy for you, and to start trying to work your way up to really believe in yourself, working through solar plexus, type of triggers, and things of worthiness, like building up your courage to know that you are capable and that you already have made a lot of growth and success and achievement. And it's almost as if you're starting this cycle again, but in a new way. So you've already flourished a lot, probably more than you can actually see, because I feel like this part tends to be too hard on themselves sometimes. Maybe you're a bit perfectionistic about things. Anyway, for some of you, there's this Knight of Cups energy, and we also have the Ace and Two of Cups. Let's see where this goes. I feel like for a lot of you, you're having people come in to your energy, new people. This could be messages from old friends. This could be, yeah, like old relationships reaching out, or new ones. So let's get more into this. Okay, so we're having, these two wanted to come out together, the World and the Hierophant. So to me, this is like completion, achievement, and maybe downloads on what direction is going to make you feel like you're accomplished and achieved. You're turning the chapter in your book, you're starting a new story. You're being divinely guided, and a lot of you are divinely guided. You get epiphanies through your crown chakra. And this is like what's kind of guiding you towards this. So I feel like this Knight of Cups for a lot of us is self-love. It's about nurturing ourselves. And it's about going deeper beyond, you know, this is about exploring our mind to nurture ourselves, to give ourselves validation and make ourselves feel okay for the parts where we are kind of were wounded in the past, or like learned kind of traits that we hold to ourselves that are no longer serving us anymore. You're choosing to be gentler to yourself. Interesting that this Tower card came out, because this came out in the last pile. But you're really having a lot of epiphanies right now, divinely guided epiphanies. Maybe on some things that have been growing for a long time. Like with the Queen of Pentacles here, you could be growing a type of business or something, or yeah, like you give me very business energy anyway, or you're like higher up, or you have a lot of knowledge about something. You're also like very focused in on creating a strong foundation for yourself, career-wise, business-wise. But yeah, there's a lot of reevaluating maybe even the past, or how you view yourself to be in the past. I feel like this pile's relationship, like this reading, is really about the relationship that you have with yourself. There's things that you've been building up for a long time that I feel like maybe you're choosing to leave, or they're breaking down, or they're falling away, and they're making room, making space, and making light for new things to come in. This is also accepting ourselves for how we used to be in the past. All of these past versions of ourselves are what led you ultimately to be here today, and the person that you are today. And that everything happens for a reason. This really feels like, even if some things aren't at completion, it's like having the realizations of the whole picture. Having the realizations of things that happened in the past that maybe were left open or without closure. And it's like you're bringing yourself that closure. You're bringing yourself healing to like loose ends from the past. And you are manifesting, you're getting ideas, you're getting creative ideas, you're getting epiphanies, you're getting motivation, you're getting the inner belief that powers manifestation. Because I feel like for you guys, you're really powerful at manifesting, you're really intelligent, you're really clued up, you're really in tune with your intuition and your practical side of growing things, being patient. But it all boils down to whether we genuinely believe ourselves capable to accomplish these things. And you guys, you are getting all of that belief with this deep, thorough healing that is being put within yourself, with the relationship to yourself. You're getting this deep healing that really makes you feel like you can accomplish the things that you set out to do, and the dreams that maybe fell out of your reach. Like, you do have the tools, and that you had everything that you need already. But sometimes with this self-sabotage, it can kind of be like, we can kind of make, and I don't want you to take this in the bad way, because we all do this, but we can kind of make excuses for things like, oh, I don't have all the resources I need. But maybe it's just like not in the clearest way. Like, maybe you have everything you need for right now to grow, but like it's not jumping right out at you. And I feel like that comes with creativity, especially with the Magician here. There's a lot of the time creativity is about resourcefulness. What opportunities do I have in front of me that I can take to grow, you know? And I feel like that's what you're getting epiphanies about, is about these opportunities that have gone unnoticed that you can use to benefit your situation. So yeah, Eight of Pentacles, work, divine timing. There's going to be a change in direction for your work, because you're really looking to the future and thinking, what do I actually want? What do I want to achieve? What is the path that is going to be the most beneficial for me, but also for other people? Because you're a very kind and caring person when it comes to wanting to help other people. Maybe help other people learn more about their mind, or help other people tap more into their intuition, or anything like that. But yeah, there's something that you're really skilled at, whatever you do. But maybe it's feeling a bit unfulfilling. And this is why there's this kind of like surge of emotions coming up to kind of clear out, take stock of, move on, tie up the loose ends, and make room for a new direction to start. And this is all divinely guided. Yeah, so we're going to end it here with the Fool. This is you embarking upon a new journey. This is you igniting. Mind, body, and soul are aligning together. The picture is becoming clearer, especially when it comes to your direction for your future, and especially when it comes to having more belief in yourself to take those paths. I feel like you're going to be a bit more fun, lighthearted towards yourself, and less serious, putting less pressure on yourself, and actually able to see all that you already have accomplished and achieved and flourished in. And all that you will soon to be accomplish, achieving, and flourishing in it as well. So yeah, keep on doing what you're doing. You're coming into a really exciting new period, new phase, and just remember that there's always two sides to look at things from, always, and your dreams are really helping you out right now with that. So pay attention to them. Maybe start a dream journal. I feel like in general you may be just more tired because your dreams are helping you to process a lot of what you're feeling right now, if it's confusing. And there's really a deep healing happening with yourself as well. So I love you all, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this blue agate crystal, or blue geode rather, sorry, this is going to be your reading. Sorry, you guys are really funny already, the way that your energy is choosing to communicate, which by the way is a strong component of your reading, is communication. Some of you could have a really soothing voice, but also you have a really funny sense of humor. I'm seeing this crystal as like these are eyes, and this is like a smiley face. Can you see that? It's like cheese. It's funny. But yeah, so this is about, for you guys, something prominent about you is your communication, how you communicate to people, the things that you say to them are very wise. You're very in tune with your emotions and speaking your truth. I'm going to pull you some cards out of this deck that I've just wrote things on. Ooh. You give people a lot of support. But this section of the reading is going to be getting to know you a bit better. And then afterwards, we're going to look at it and see what's going on in your energy. You guys, you have such a fun, playful side to you. I feel like you guys are very chatty. for some reason, or you're really funny. There's just something really lighthearted about you, very childlike side to you that's just very free, fun, carefree. I love being in your energy so much. It's really uplifting. You have colourful. You guys are just very vibrant people. You could be colourful in some way, like, I don't know, this could be many things. This could be that you're into creativity, you can appreciate art, or this could be that you're very colourful in the way that you, I was going to say dress, or how you do your makeup or hair or whatever, but also I'm already getting this colourful vibe as like an explosion. Yeah, that's definitely you. As like a explosion of vibrant energy. You have a colourful energy. You have a colourful aura. And there's something very aesthetic about you because all the cards that have come out so far are pink. Mental comfort. So you have social butterflies. So you guys, I think, are just very chatty people. You could be, people could be quite drawn to you in social settings because you have this energy of bringing people mental comfort, especially with the things that you say to them. This could be that you have two sides of you, one that's very wild and playful and social, and then one that like causes you to withdraw a bit and want more alone time. Maybe it's because you're very vibrant people when you're around people that can become quite draining sometimes. Maybe you just have, you know, specific times where you need to draw back and rest your own energy. But in general, you're a very vibrant person. You're just very bubbly. Yeah, you make... This card is honestly, I feel like it's come out for so many, like all of the piles. But you leave a lasting mark on anybody that you meet, especially acquaintances, on people that you don't really know very well. They seem to remember you, and I think it's for your light-hearted nature. Like, I feel like you're the type of people that someone would walk away from and like find something that you did funny, or something that you said funny, or like they'll think about it later on. And that's the difference between these piles, is that even though this card's come out, it's for different reasons. And your guys, I really feel like there's a strong element of humour here. We have stubborn with the little winky face. So you guys could be quite set in your ways, or like quite strong-minded, strong opinionated. And this doesn't mean that you force that upon others. It's just that the way you speak is like, you're very clear. You are not afraid to just say what you think and feel, and like what you believe and what resonates with you. That's like stubborn in the way they're set in stone. Not that your beliefs won't ever change, but like your opinions of things are not going to just change around different people. You stick to how you feel and what feels right to you. You have transmutation, so there's something that you're gifted at. You're gifted at transmuting energy. Maybe this is through speaking to others and transmuting their kind of thoughts and feelings. That's crazy. I was just thinking about this card that fell out when I was explaining this stubborn one. But you have this thing of transmutation. So what this is like the energy I was picking up earlier. You're gifted at transmuting lower vibrations into higher ones, whether that's through an art form, through a creative expression, through speaking, through music, anything. You have a gift at helping people transmute energy. You have very clear intentions with people, and this is what I was saying earlier with the stubborn, is that you have clear beliefs and intentions, and they're not ones that are going to just change depending on who you're around or speaking to. Whoa, you have a tendency to mirror back people's energy. You have a tendency to mirror back people's energy, or that people, I don't know what it is about you. It's like, it's like you kind of show them aspects of themselves. Maybe you explain this to them through communication. You have spiritual goddess at the bottom deck, so you guys, you could be spiritual souls. I feel like you're just more drawn to the lighter energies in life, the more fun, light-hearted ones, because sometimes life's too serious, and that sounds like something you would say. Life's too serious sometimes. So what else can you tell me about pile 3's energy? You guys, it could be very active people. You're very bubbly. I get this sense about you. Active in the way that this could be many things. This could be that you're a very busy person. You're very bubbly. I feel like for you guys, your mind is a beautiful place and it bubbles away and it's just very active. Your mind is active. Your thoughts are active. And sometimes your thoughts are very fast paced as well. Not like you're rushing, but it's like in a beautiful way. It's like you connect dots together really easily because your mind's very vibrant, colorful, and alive. You have a beautiful imagination. Yeah, vulnerability. You're not afraid to speak about your experiences to people if it's going to help them, you know, to learn and grow. You're very open. There's something very truthful about you. I feel like truth is a dominant energy within your reading as well. You guys are very elegant beings. There's something really pretty about you. Really, I get this vibe that you're just like a butterfly. You're a butterfly bouncing around, yep. Exploring different things, seeing what's tickling your wings, seeing what's floating your fancy. And also with butterflies is that they fly above the clouds. And you have very higher perspectives about things. You're very receptive to your intuition. But yeah, butterflies fly above the clouds. You're able to see higher perspectives. And this is what, sorry, it just lines up so well. This is what's helpful. It's because you help transmute people's energy through seeing a higher perspective. This could also be through communication. And you do this as well through humor too. So energy healing, you're all healers. You're all healers. You have very intense eyes, or people love your eyes, or they can feel your healing energy just through making eye contact with you. You have a very healing aura. Yeah, people like your eyes, but this is also a sign of intuition. You look out from your third eye. And you're fiercely authentic. And that is beautiful. Okay, so if any of those things are sounding like you, obviously take what resonates, but this is your pile, this is your energy, and isn't it beautiful already? So bubbly, so courageous, but in a light-hearted way. And do you know what? It's like your courageousness for exploration comes out of a place of dreamy energy and imagination and wonder and discovery, not out of a place of you know, unhappiness. Like sometimes we can want to explore more because we're unhappy of where we are, but this isn't the case for you. Like all things that you grow from your intention are out of a place of wonder, mystery, and awe, not out of fear or lack mindsets. This is going into depth more about what's in your energy right now and what's currently going on. You have a lot of passion, a lot of fire, going on, and then it's kind of like a bittersweet energy because there's really deep releasing happening right now for you. I feel like there's deep releasing and deep reflection happening where you're kind of healing and choosing to let go of some of the things that have been weighing maybe for some time, maybe that happened in the past or just past hurts. You're choosing to move on now, to finally be able, and it's the right time to let these emotions go because you're clearing room for expansion. You guys are really, really beautifully gifted at communication. You're beautifully gifted at giving people advice, helping other people. You are a caregiver. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide for others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you receive care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So maybe it's that you haven't had time to really deeply release some of these things and process and reflect and think about, because maybe you're just quite busy a lot of the time. You have other people to take care of, or you know, you have responsibilities. But now is the time for other people and for universe and spirit to help heal you, to help give you care, and to help give you love back that you always give out to other people. So this one you have is listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. I feel like this card is linked in with this Five of Cups kind of card. That's like, maybe you're trying, maybe through this releasing, it involves understanding where other people were coming from, what roles other people played in situations, and looking beyond the surface to that, because this is what healing and releasing is. It's like when we have times where maybe people in the past or situations, they've acted maybe in ways that hurt us and things like that, then we ultimately, through understanding how their mind was working and why they did what they did, can help us to release these things. Because understanding doesn't mean like understanding it from a point where it's right. It just means understanding what they did and where they came from, whether it was a good intention or bad intention, but we kind of see how things add up. But yeah, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily okay. It's just that, yeah, we know why this person has done this. Maybe it's just, you know, coming out of a place of hurt for them. You know, a lot of people project onto us. But yeah, so there's kind of releasing through understanding here in whatever way that's applied for you. But you are caregivers, you're caring people, you're empaths. And so you give a lot of your heart and energy out to people. But I feel almost as if this time is for you. There is big epiphanies, like ideas coming in. Ideas that you'll want to take action on because you can see them having an expanding effect for your current situation, for your future. Some of these could involve travel or moving a distance. But there's a lot on your mind and energy right now about expansion, about growing what you already have, or yeah, just expanding out, traveling the world, seeing the world, and growing more of your frame out. And you're getting ideas to do this as well. So let me clarify more on these three cards that we have. I think there's ultimately just a lot for you guys to think about right now. Like there's a lot that you've been thinking about, especially with these ideas. It's kind of like you get the idea, but then it's about like integrating it into your reality, seeing how it's tangible. And remember that always, sometimes we can't see the logical way, but as long as you have an envision for what you want to happen in the future, then spirit will help you align with them realities. So with this expansion, there is kind of a feeling of maybe not sure which way to move to expand. But as I said before, it's like I feel like you're getting ideas, but you're not sure how to make them maybe tangible. Yeah, so there's a lot of weighing up going on, a lot of reviewing, a lot of which path do I take, what paths are available for me, is this idea a good idea, should I be moving in this direction? There's just a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating going on. Yeah, with this Five of Cups, there's really a deep inward healing journey going on, where we're kind of maybe seeing clearer now through logic what maybe happened, or why we're feeling these ways, why we're feeling hurt, why we're feeling this kind of emptiness or reflection. We're going back to the beginning. We're looking at the roots of where these feelings started, and we're being very honest to ourselves. I feel like you are being very detached from your emotions to look at this picture from a bird's eye view. You are doing shadow work, you're meeting your shadow, and you are rising like a phoenix from this. You're releasing, you're burning away and purging what once maybe you saw in a different light to how you see after this. Yeah, there's a lot of going inward. Maybe you guys are gonna be wanting to be more, like you're wanting more quiet time at the minute, or like you're wanting more time to rest and be by yourself, to think about things. It's like, yeah, all of this is good, but like I need to just get with myself, chill for a minute, think about things. That's how I feel. Justice. So with this expansion, these ideas, and like this feeling of not sure if you can do any of these, or not sure if these are going to happen or what way to go about it, there's going to be a justice, an evening out to this energy. Things are going to become clear. What seemed like blocks are going to dissolve and present themselves as not even an issue anymore. And this is how things are aligning for your expansion, is that it's kind of like everything was already here and spirit put kind of a block on it to like pause it till the right time, and now that it is, it's like they're taking the blocks away, they're dissolving, and it's going to all start to link up. There's a lot of epiphanies, a lot of action energy. So these things that you've been releasing could be things to do with like your relationship to money, your security, building a security. This could be things that have been anchored in for quite a while. These things that you're releasing could be things that have been a part of your kind of mindset for a long time, because they weren't ever hindering you, they weren't ever bad things, but now it's the right time for them to be released. So it's like everything's in perfect timing. This is the perfect time for this and to be doing this, and it's the perfect time because you're being aligned with expansion, with new opportunities, with the motivation to create more opportunities too, to follow these ideas that you're getting that are lighting you up. So there is some frustration in feeling kind of defeated in some way. Maybe how you pictured to first expand is kind of like that kind of journey, or that picture of storyline has kind of melted and a new one's taking its place. You're very connected to your intuition, and these ideas that you're getting are from your intuition. And the thing is with this is like what ideas you get, it is a possible reality that's already out there. You're getting ideas from the spirit, from your intuition. So these are things that will be tangible. These are things that you can do. And if you can't do it right now, it's just because it's not quite the right time. But it doesn't mean that it never will be. You will get there. The things that you feel like you're struggling with, that you want to expand, but maybe there's some blocks or something. I know I already said this, but they are dissolving away. There is healing taking place, and it feels like it's like you're in this space of real deep releasing and healing, and once this has happened, you're going to be sent into a whole new phase, a new beginning. These things that you're releasing could also be to do with family ties, family connections, home. It could be to do with your home in general, like your security, where you're living now. But yeah, family relationships, but also past lives. Some of you are releasing things from past lives, which is pretty interesting. And once this has happened, you're going to feel so much lighter in your aura, in your energy. There's a lot of compassion moving in. Where there was frustration, where there was confusion, there's compassion, there's understanding, and there's alignment coming in. Again with the star, this is saying to keep your hope, keep your optimism, because things are changing, things are turning around for even better than you thought it would. And it's okay to want to be more closed off. It's okay to feel like you're moving slowly right now, because even though you're getting all these ideas and this motivation and passion to expand, it's okay to still move slowly. Because I know when we get ideas, sometimes we want to just like race and do them, but by taking the time that you need to do what you need to do and just being patient, gentle, and slow-paced with yourself. You're still moving in perfect timing. There is no rush. There is no rush at all. So don't feel bad if you feel like, and some of these things you're releasing, don't feel bad if they're things that you've been trying to release for a long time, because now is the perfect time. Your healing journey isn't linear. So yeah, I'm going to pull one more card for you guys. You are making your way out of feeling stuck, out of feeling trapped. I actually thought this was the card that came out earlier, but that was the Nine of Swords. Wow. So you're moving away from feeling like it's very busy, very chaotic, and there's a lot more self-love moving in. Maybe even new connections, because some of you are releasing. You're releasing the old. But there's just this sense of renewal in your emotions, having energy to carry on moving forward, to believe in yourself, to feel passionate about what you're working towards again. Because maybe it kind of fizzled and it felt like you need a new plan of action. How am I going to expand next? But things are slowly calming down. The waters that are rippling, that are unclear to look through, are calming. They're soothing down, and things are going to become a lot clearer very soon, and they're going to feel a lot clearer. Like, you're going to feel as if things have cleared up and you're at more ease as well. So I'm really looking forward for this for you guys. There's a lot of big changes, a lot of big movement that you're aligning with right now. A lot of it could have to do with communication too, in some way, in how you expand, but also through what you're releasing. It could be good to journal, to talk to friends, or, you know, if this is a situation where you need to just tell someone how you feel, then you're going to be telling them how you feel. And yeah, so I hope that this has brought you some confirmation, some clarity, you guys. Just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because this is a general reading. But in general, very exciting time. So I'll speak to you all very soon.